Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. I'm back with another requested video. So if you remember a few months back, I shared that Raj got perfect score in SAT. So that time many of you asked me how he prepared for the PSAT, SAT, also what are the other extra classes he's taking or the activities and what he did to achieve what he has achieved so far. So to answer all the questions, I wrote it down, everything on this piece of paper, all your questions, and I do have the Raj here. So he's going to answer all that. So let's get started. Okay, guys, so before I bring Raj over, let's start first with what I have done it for them in elementary school and middle school. So when the kids are young, expose to them as many activities as you can, but don't put the pressure on them. Let them enjoy that elementary and middle school years because once they are in a high school, they had to work hard. So when my kids were young, like I say, I expose to them as many activities as I can. So based on that, you will also come to know what they like and what they don't like. So when Raj was in third grade, he started robotics as well as he started various sports, and he also continued the robotics all the way to the middle school. Now, when he was in the fifth grade, he also participated in the spelling bee, and he won from the his school. Also, he went to the county level too. So Raj and Aryan actually they both did it. So, like I say, expose to them as many activities as you can. There is a various different club that school offer. So whatever they are interested in, let them do it. And based on that, you will also come to know that what they like and what you want to like focus more for them. Okay, so that's what I did when they were in elementary school. So once you do your work in elementary school, guys, then kids are actually set in the middle school because the base is their foundation is strong. So you just need to focus on them more, I would say, in elementary school. Once they know what they need to do, then middle school is it for me, it was really easy. So now let's start with Raj and he will tell you more about what he has done it so far in high school. Okay, so let's start first with the PSAT and SAT. Now SAT it's required by the college and PSAT it's offered when they are in 10th and 11th grade. From last year they changed it so when they are in ninth grade school do offer that. Now that's what we have in our county. I'm sure all the county and state must be different. So SAT, you have to register and then you go to their center and take the SAT exam. So for that, Raj actually took the special classes. So basically they prepare you for the SAT. So when you go there, first they take the diagnostic test, they see where they stand and based on that, they teach them and prepare them for the SAT. So that's what we did for Raj. And SAT, you can take it multiple times, but of course, if you take it too many times, the college doesn't like that. So that's what PSAT and SAT is. Now, there are a few books that I'm sure Raj would recommend. So those books, I'm going to link it down below in the description box. But I would say only the SAT classes so far in all this year, Raj has took it. There is no Kumon, there is no any special tuition that we had it for him. This is all his hard work and nothing else. So there is nothing that we any did any extra classes or anything. This is purely based, on his hard work. Basically, I would say. So all his research, we just kind of stand behind and we just let the kids know that okay, if you need us, we are here. But I would be really honest with you guys that we haven't done anything, base. This is special. Like this is all their hard work. That's it. There's nothing. Whatever the books they wanted, I ordered it. And like I say, there was only one this SAT class that he took it. There was actually one other class that we did it a long time ago, but it was not helpful at all. Anyways, now let's talk to Raj. Okay, so now do you want to start with your governance school, like how you got in and what you did to get into that? Because I know many of you also had a question about like how he's taking the university classes, even though right now he's in high school. So do you want to start with that?
Yeah, so just before I talk about government school, like it's not everywhere. So for at least I know that it's in North Carolina, New Jersey, just a few states
Yeah.
in the East Coast of like the U.S. But it's not everywhere for sure. So basically, the government school is this like program I'm in which I take classes at a local university and participate in research with professors. And basically, it's for mine, it's regional, so it's among 3 counties. And they choose approximately 60 like top STEM students to be admitted into this program. And they have 3 majors that you can major in, which is just like which classes will you take that are specialized for that. So I'm in the chemistry strand, so I'm taking, well, I'm just taking like equivalent intro chemistry classes. Next year I'll be taking organic chemistry and biochemistry, as well as environmental chemistry. So it's just like if you took a chemistry major in college. So they basically have an application in which they assess your GPA, your like course rigor, so like how hard of classes are you taking. Obviously, if you have a 4.0 GPA but you're just taking traditional classes, then that doesn't show anything. Um,
So you had to be taking like AP classes and all those stuff, right?
yeah, so anything like the hardest classes your school can provide.
Yeah.
And then they also judge your PSAT score. They judge your extracurricular activities. So they have like 3 slots, so I have to put 3 extracurricular activities. If I had any positions, then I would write that as well.
Yeah.
And then like the commitment. So like which years did you do it for? Just to show that you're dedicated to it and you're not just doing it for the application. Um, they also ask for like awards, honors, recognitions. Overall, this is among 3 counties, so you can imagine how many people are applying to this. And for my school, only 4 people got accepted. Um, I know that some schools provide more than others, but
So
yeah.
just imagine, guys, that out of 3,000 kids in a school, only 20 kids apply. Out of that 20 kids, only 4 got into it. So you can see the percentage that it's really hard to get into it. It's not that easy at all because once you do the application, even in the application, they see so many things. Like he mentioned, the GPA, all the extra activities that you have done it, teacher recommendation, and after that they say, okay, now you need to take this to exam. So first one is the math and second one is just like he say the essay one. In an essay one, he doesn't even know the topic. You just go there, they give you time based, it's a essay exam, or he has to write the exam, essay in that time, within an hour or so. So that procedure wasn't easy at all. And then after that, once you qualify for all that, then they see your application is like, okay, whether we want you or we don't want you. So out of all that kids, only 4 kids got into this program. So
yeah,
for us, that was big achievement. One thing, so the classes that you are taking over here at the university, those classes credit will transfer to the university that whichever you choose to go, right? If it's local.
yeah, if it's like in the state, then it'll
Yeah.
all transfer. However, if you're trying to go to different colleges out of state, that's when it differs. Sometimes they might not take those credits.
Yeah. So it's nothing, gonna basically go wasted, basically. Like he said, that if he goes to the state university, then of course all the classes which he took right now will transfer. So that means when he goes down the road, he just had to take those less classes. And even if he goes out of state university, still those classes will transfer, but it's all depend on the university that he goes to. So, of course, when you are coming from this kind of program, the university that you go to, they see you differently. They see you already like, okay, you have done some university classes, work ahead of time, basically. Definitely, this program, if it's offered by your county, I would say just take advantage of it, because it's worth it. Um, what are the other things you want to cover? Oh, yes. Can you also cover the last, the program that you went to this university? The name of the program and how you apply for that also, because I know many of you have a question about that also.
Okay. So ironically, it's also called the Summer Governors School for Math, Science, and Technology. And this doesn't mean that it's affiliated with the governor's school. Those are two separate programs, but just coincidentally, they have the same kind of name.
Yeah.
Um,
So even if the kid is in regular school, not in the governor's school, but the regular school, they can still apply to this program. But again, it's really hard to get into it because out of all the, in the state, I mean, you can imagine that how many high schools are there, right? Out of all that, many kids apply, and only this time they had 150 kids. Now, the reason they had 150 kids this time is because last year, because of the COVID, they canceled this program. So whoever got selected last year, they also came this year too. So that's why there were many kids, but usually it's like half of that, the kid that can get into that program. So again, that program wasn't easy to get in, but you want to stop?
Yeah, so surprisingly, it had the same kind of application as the governor's school. They still asked about your GPA, your PSAT, teacher recommendations. They asked to write a essay that it was given ahead of time, so that was good. There was no time essay for that. But what I did in the program. So basically, they had different majors that you could apply to. So I applied to the anatomy and physiology since I'm interested in medicine. So in this program, we learned a lot about the dissections and different just basically anatomy of different animals and the human. We got to dissect the pig.
Oh, yes, and he sent me the picture. I was like, please, I don't want to even see it. It was so disgusting. I was like, how can you eat after doing all that? How can you even eat, right? Because front of your eyes, um, that thing comes. Because when he sent me that picture, he's like, Mom, look, I have something for you. And I think that day was my birthday. And he's like, Mom, I do have a gift for you. And when he sent me that picture, I was like, oh, please, I don't want to see this.
Yeah. So yeah, no. Conveniently, that class was right before lunch and right after breakfast. So it didn't help that much with my appetite. Um, so the main thing in that program was dissecting the whole pig. So we dissected every part of it and learned a lot about its anatomy and everything, which is pretty cool. We also dissected cow eyes, chickens as well. We dissected a lot of things and just learned about how it functions and how different bones and muscles work. We also got to visit the graduate sciences building that university provides, and they actually had, I guess around 6 to 7 cadavers, which are basically dead bodies donated to science. So we went there, we looked at all the dead bodies, looked at its tendons, its muscles, and saw how it decomposed over time. It was pretty cool as well. I wish I could send a picture to you, but they didn't allow pictures there.
I don't want to see that. I'm not missing anything over there. There are so many different internships that they can take. If not, they can start working at the local grocery store or anywhere wherever they can find. Because see, this is the time, right? They do want to expose themselves and learn different things. So if Raj wouldn't got in this program, he was thinking about getting a job somewhere. So, but since he got in this program, he went there for a month. And do you want to add anything to this? Do you have any final thoughts on it? Let's say if the kid is starting ninth grade, then what would you suggest? What they should be doing? What they should have their focus on?
Okay, so this goes first and foremost for every year. Just make sure you keep your grades up while you're doing everything.
Yeah.
You don't want to try to do too many things and then your grades
Drop,
yeah.
That's
So,
that's important.
yeah. And then in ninth grade, also, if your school offers the PSAT, then you can take it then. Also in ninth grade, obviously you're going to be in a whole new environment with a lot of extracurricular activities. High school provides a lot of clubs that your middle school won't have.
Yeah.
So just make sure to explore your interests. If you don't already know what you're interested in, just try to explore everything. You're not held accountable to it. If you don't like it, you can always drop it.
Yeah.
So ninth grade, yeah, just make sure that you don't overstress too much. This is going to be your easiest year. And then for 10th grade, just you'll have a PSAT then as well. And then junior year is obviously going to be your biggest year. That's when you're going to have the best chances to get the best positions. Your junior PSAT, you're going to have your SAT. That's when your grades are going to matter a lot because that's when your hardest classes will be. Um, and then in senior year, obviously, college applications will take most of the first part of it. After college applications are over, it's fine.
That's it. You are done then.
You want to keep your grades relatively up.
Yeah.
Like don't completely slip because there's a policy for colleges that if your grades slip a lot, then they can take your college acceptance away.
Yeah.
So don't completely slip, but
then you can take it easy, basically. You know, a
yeah.
little bit you can take it easy because then by the time, you know, once you know where you are going, you can kind of tone down a little bit and just enjoy just a few months before you start the hectic life again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess that's it, guys. I'm sure we have covered a lot, and I think this video is way too long. But I just want to make one video have all the information in it. And I know someone actually asked me that what are the medical books that he studied. I believe when you won the science fair.
It was a pathophysiology competition where I was like studying diseases.
Okay. Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the one. Someone I know. I saw that comment. Someone asked me if I can recommend that, you know, the book name or anything. So let me know.
Okay.
And I'm gonna link that book down below also in description box. So I think we cover everything. If you still have any more questions, leave the comments below. And again, you can go to their channel and he's gonna have more videos about all these things in the detail. And I think on his channel, he's gonna break it down just with the one topic. But I just want to cover everything on my channel. So whatever the questions, or if you do want to refer back, you can watch this video. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you again have any question, leave the comments below. If you don't want to leave the comments down below, I do have my email address. You can email me also, and we will definitely answer your questions. So thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you soon in my next video.